Hello everyone, this is a critical update for participants who are taking part in the Spur Protocol airdrop. So I've titled this one Spur Protocol airdrop, a critical update for participants in June 2026. The key question is no longer when will Spur Protocol launch. Spur Protocol is also referred to as Spur Pro. So the key question here is not when they will launch. For many months, Spur Protocol participants mined tokens, completed tasks, referred users, and accumulated points in anticipation of a major launch event. The project eventually announced allocations and distributed rewards to eligible participants under normal circumstances that would signal the transition from the mining phase to the ecosystem building phase. However, something unexpected happened again. Rather than fully closing the mining chapter and allowing the market to determine the value of participants' rewards, Spur Protocol moved into another mining and play to earn phase. This development raises important questions that every participant should consider. What actually happened? Based on project announcements and community observation, participants received token allocations, the project recognized mining contributions, a new mining phase was introduced, play to earn activities continued, additional opportunities to accumulate rewards were opened. At first glance, this may appear positive because users can continue earning. However, investors and experienced airdrop hunters should examine the implications more carefully. Why a second mining phase matters. The first purpose of mining is usually distribution of tokens. The second purpose should be utility creation. When a project continues mining after allocation, several concerns emerge. Number one of such concerns is potential token dilution. Every additional mining phase potentially increases the number of participants entitled to reward. If the total reward pool increases significantly, the value of previously earned allocations may be diluted. So if you look at the first mining phase, which has been completed and allocation have been given for those who qualified. Now, let's assume that at that phase, based on what was allocated, they are supposed to list at 0.1. Now, mining continues. More tokens are going to get allocated. Let's say it is exactly the same number of tokens as the first one. There's a particular amount that they are gazetting. Now, with the amount that more mining taking place now, is going to dilute the effect of that price of 0.1, and that $0.1 price may be changed to $0.05 if care is not taken. So participants should ask this question: will my original allocation retain its value if millions of additional tokens are distributed? This is one of the biggest unanswered questions. Number two, delayed price discovery. A successful launch allows the market to determine what a token is worth. Continued mining postpones that process. Without genuine market pricing, participants may have large balances but no reliable way to estimate their actual value. A mining balance is not wealth. A tradable asset that with demand is wealth. The risk of endless mining. One lesson from the crypto industry is that projects can become trapped in perpetual accumulation mode, just like Pi Network was trapped for 6 years. And after 6 years till date, the price, it has not done as expected. The pattern often looks like this: mine tokens, wait for launch, receive allocations, start another earning phase, wait for another launch event, start another earning phase. the danger is obvious. The project continues generating engagement while participants continue investing time without reaching meaningful liquidity. This does not mean Spur Protocol is following this path. However, participants should remain alert to the possibility, the positive interpretation. To be fair, there is another way to view the situation. The project may be attempting to expand ecosystem participation, build a larger user base, improve decentralization, increase platform activity, reward long-term contributors. If this is the objective, a second earning phase could strengthen the ecosystem before broader market exposure. Many successful blockchain projects spent years building communities before reaching maturity. What participants should watch closely? The following indicators are now more important than mining balances. Utility development. Is the token being integrated into real products and services? Exchange listings. Can participants eventually trade their rewards on reputable exchanges? Tokenomics. How many tokens exist? How many remain to be distributed? User growth. Are active users increasing organically? Then revenue model. How does the project generate sustainable value? Then transparency. Does the team clearly explain why additional mining phases are necessary? In the case of Spur Protocol, they explained that they will have launched, but the exchange they want to use they didn't cooperate with them as expected, and in fact there was some pre-launch that held, and the Spur Protocol said they are not involved in that pre-launch. Anything that has to do with it, they are not in. So I think by now they'll be looking for a better broker that they are going to use. Now, a better exchange that they are going to use to list. Then the hard reality. Many airdrop participants focus almost exclusively on token balances. History suggests this is a mistake. The projects that ultimately succeed are not those that distribute the most tokens. Yes, I agree with you. Because Rocky Rabbit gave thousands and thousands of tokens. I think 600,000 was what was given to most people. And even that 600,000 did not equate $1. Whereas another crypto airdrop project that paid about 2 years ago, they did not list too much. They did not give too much allocation, but eventually they listed very well and people smiled to the bank. So there are projects that create genuine demand for those tokens. A participant holding 1,000 tokens with strong utility may outperform another holding 1 million tokens with little demand. Now, here is my final assessment on this issue of Spur Protocol. Number one, the listing date is yet to be known, and there's no date in view. We're just expecting that they will make an announcement in May, April, and earlier in the year, January, February, March, April, and then in May, they made an important announcement that they may look slow, but they are preparing things. So as of today, no official date for the launch of Spur Protocol has been given. Spur Protocol deserves credit for progressing beyond the early mining stage and recognizing participants' contributions through allocations. However, the decision to continue mining and play-to-earn activities rather than moving decisively toward full market price discovery introduces uncertainty. The development is neither clearly bullish nor clearly bearish. Instead, it creates a new question. Can Spur Protocol transform user engagement into sustainable economic value before continued reward distribution weakens the scarcity that gives token value? Until that question is answered, participants should view their allocations as speculative assets rather than guaranteed wealth. The most important number is not how many tokens you hold, it is how much demand exists when those tokens become fully tradable. So this is it at this time, an update on Spur Protocol. My name is Dr. Olubengade, and on this channel I bring you information on how to make money online and offline. In this video I've spoken about Spur Protocol. Many people are anticipating when will they list, when will they launch, when will they list, when will they launch. I think it is going to be soon. As they said in June that they are slow and steady. So let's wait and see how it goes. So this is Spur Protocol update, a critical update for participants in June 2026. Please subscribe, like, share, and keep coming back for more. Drop your comment also in the comment section.